Hey everybody! Today we are going to talk about how to oil your valves. This goes for any brass player, even French horns, but mostly for trumpet. If you have a flugelhorn, that too. If you have a euphonium or a baritone, that works too, and a tuba. Right here I've got my trumpet here, and I've got a flugelhorn over here, so we can talk about how to oil your valves. First, what you want to do, if you have piston valves like this, not like French horn, you want to unscrew these guys so that it comes out like that. Okay, once you got it out like that, you're going to take your valve oil. I got this stuff. You might have some other stuff. That's okay. What you want to do is you want to take it and make sure that the oil goes on this grayer part. You don't need to get it up here. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to make more of a mess. Gray part, you want to make sure that you use a lot so that it's dripping off. Notice how mine's dripping off like that. Once that's done, you're good to go. You can put it back in the valve casing like this. Make sure that the number is facing your mouthpiece. If the mouthpiece was going to go right there, I've got my numbers right here. You can see there. They're facing the mouthpiece. So I put it back in there. You want to twist it till it locks into place. Listen for the click. It's locked into place. We're good to go. Screw that back on. And push it down a couple times, get the oil moving in there, and you're good to go. If you have a French horn, you cannot do that. Here's what you can do. That's a really easy tool. You can, by pushing down one of the valves, you have a rotor valve, so just push that down, push down the trigger, and take out the tuning slide that's closest, or take out the slide that's closest and connects to that valve. Then what you can do is you can put a couple drops of valve oil in the slide here, one on each side, and you can push the valve up and down to get the oil into the valve. That's an easy way for the French horns to get valve oil into their valve. And then you do the same thing, push it a couple times, and you're good to go. For a baritone, euphonium, and a tuba, you are going to have a very important job. So this is why I have the flugelhorn here. You'll do the same thing. You'll unscrew, and you'll do the same process. Now, when we put the valve back in the instrument, you're going to have to guide it into the right position. By that, what I mean is over here you can see I've got a little white guide. All the euphonium and the tuba players should have this as well. So you want that guide to go in this little slot right here. Notice how there's a little indent right there where my finger's pointing? You want that slot to go right where the big part of that is. You can see, and if I show it to the camera, you can see that it's going to go straight in, and it goes perfectly in, and then you can screw on the valve cap. You don't want to force it. You don't want to force the valve out of the guide. If it's out of position, if it's not lined up, then it's going to break the valve guide, and then you will have to replace the valve guide, and that's a whole nother issue. Okay, so make sure you're being very careful with how you put that in the slot. And again, that's for euphonium, baritone, and tuba players. Those don't really happen for trumpet because we have their own guides and they click into place, which is really cool. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like button. Do that with all of your valves. I only did it for one, so it's your job now to do it for the rest of your valves. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments section below, and give me a like button, and we'll catch you on the next video.